Hi everyone, this is Noah Sandler from Mtgo Academy, and today we're going to be doing a Legacy Cube Draft. So let's get into Q. So they now have Legacy Cube Draft Leagues, but I still prefer the single eliminations. There's better prize payout, and there's better competition. So in this pack, there's Splinter Twin, Snapcaster Mage, Spectral Procession, and Misty Rainforest as possibilities. Splinter Twin is very strong in this cube. It's a combo that's good enough for Powered Cube, and they cut a lot of the broken stuff from the Legacy Cube this time around, and Splinter Twin is the one thing remaining. So that's definitely an option here. There's an Electrolyze that could definitely table from this pack. Could also just take Snapcaster. It's just better in more decks. Misty keeps you open, not as good as Snapcaster. I've also really liked white aggressive decks and white tokens, but I'm going to take the Splinter Twin. And not a great Splinter Twin pack. Hymn to Torok, Kotha the Hammer. Pretty much the only great cards in this pack. I think I'll take the Koth. So if Splinter Twin doesn't end up working, we could just move into mono red. And there's a Char, Wasteland, Spellqueller, Bitter Blossom. I do like Eldrazi Monument quite a bit in the tokens decks. Exclude, Devoted Druid. Yeah, not a great pack. I think for mono red, Wasteland's the best card. It's a little better than Char, and it just takes up a land slot. So I'm going to take the Wasteland here. Still going to leave open the possibility of being Twin if we see a Twin card in the next couple packs, but I'm aiming for mono red right now. And there's an Elspeth. Rakdos Return. Packrat, Tameo. Yeah, there's no mono red cards here. This is not what I wanted to see. Tameo could work in a twin deck, but I think I'd want to find something that fits with the Koth best. So it's going to be maybe Rakdos Return or Elspeth if we're going to add a second color to an aggressive red deck. I think Elspeth is the best card. I do like red-white tokens a lot in this format, so I'll take the Elspeth. Maybe that Spectral Procession could wheel from the first pack. Here, there's Journey to Nowhere, Thalia, Chromatic Lantern. Worth noting is one of the only mana-fixing cards, or mana ramp artifacts there are in the format. They remove the signets and a lot of similar stuff. Bedlam Reveler is kind of interesting. I think I'm going to take the Thalia. I'm not sure about that versus Journey to Nowhere. It is a little more aggressive, though a lot of my white creature decks in the Legacy Cube end up with a lot of spells at 4 and 5 mana, where in Vintage Cube, Thalia is insane, because it just hard counters Storm, and there's a lot more spell-focused decks. But I think I'm going to go with Thalia here over Journey. I think that pick is pretty close. But if I am going to be aggressive, I do need to take some creatures. There's a late Jiraga Tree Speaker. Other options are Sublime Archangel and Leonin Relic Warder. That pick's kind of close also. I mean, even though this is maybe a good sign that green ramp's open, I don't think I can really fit it into a white deck. I don't like green-white ramp at all. So I think it's Relic Warder or Archangel, and they're very close. Archangel is a nice 4, but there's just a lot of 4s for White Weenie. And Relic Warder is not as good in this format as it is in Powered Cube or Cube with Signets. There's just less targets for it, but it is a 2-drop, and I think it's just more important to end up with 2s. Here we have Master of the Wild Hunt, Watery Grave, Needle Spires, Martial Coup, Malicious Affliction. So, I mean, I just don't think we're playing red. Red seemed cut, so I don't want the Spires. Could maybe take Master of the Wild Hunt, because green does seem open. Martial Coup could be good in a more controlling or mid-range white deck, but it's not great in aggro decks. because you're not going to get up to 7 mana that often. Water Grave potentially could be good. See, I think it's Watery Grave or Master. I guess I'm going to take the Grave. Might be able to splash with it. If we get a Flooded Strand, for example, that would let us search for white or black if we wanted a black splash. Now here we have Dramoka's Command, Rishadan Port, Westville Abbey, Gorehouse Chainwalker. So Dramoka's Command is the best card. We could maybe try to do green-white. Port could be nice if we're just mono-white. Weenie, but we already have a Wastelands, and there's a lot of double color, triple color white cards. Abbey could also be good in a deck like this. I think I'm going to take the Command, maybe give a shot at some kind of green-white deck. I feel like it's possible to make a good deck in green-white. I just try to avoid it, but Dramoka's Command is a very powerful card. Gives you a lot of easy 2-for-1s. And we did get the Spectral Procession back. That's a great sign. We knew that white was open, but that really tells us that the token strategy is open. And white tokens is best supported by, I think red is the first choice because you get cards like Perforos, and there's other red tokens cards. Second choice would be black. You get Bitter Blossom, the splash of Lingering Souls, usually just a light splash of black, like a almost mono-white deck. Or for blue, you can get Opposition. You pair that with the Tokens Matters cards. So we'll take Gather the Townsfolk over Ajani and Glacial Fortress, just like a token-making card. More important than Ajani, which is definitely a good card in White Weenie, but in the tokens deck, it's not as good, because you're going to have lots of small creatures. So giving them +1/+1 doesn't do a lot, and giving them Flying Double Strike also isn't as good. And Eldrazi Monument, nice to see that back. The chart came back too. That's really surprising if there's... I mean, it might just be that we didn't see much mono-red stuff. Like, there was that pack with the 3-mana Chandra. There's some good green here, but Monument's really nice for token decks. Overgrown Tomb or Pack Rat. Could hate a Languish, but Tomb could give us some fixing. Pack Rat also a token making card. I think I'm gonna take the Pack Rat. Surprised to see the Chromatic Lantern this late, but I'll pick that up. And I guess Blood Artist could be good in a token deck. Moloku would be okay. And Wood Elves last. So white's definitely open. Glad we found that. I mean, tried to do Twin, but saw nothing for Twin. And, alright, there's a Perforos. There's also Mere Battlesphere, Banish a Priest, Oust, Phantasmal Image. Now, the Battlesphere, great tokens card, but it's very expensive. So I might go for Perforos, which is really, really good tokens card. And I mean, I don't know if we'll see the red this pack, but if we go for almost like mono white weenie, and then we just do a little bit of a red splash, Perforos is going to be a really strong card. Just every token you make, you deal 2 to your opponent. So I'm going to take the Perforos. This is not a great pack. Hangerback Walker can be decent in tokens, though tokens, like white tokens decks, you want to be playing stuff like Honor the Pure, and it isn't a white creature. It's also not the fastest attacker. You want to usually build for speed. I think we still take it. There's not much else here. There's Revelark, Noble Hierarch, Mutavault, Lightning Strike. Just nothing that we really want, so I'll take the Walker. There's Zealous Conscripts for the Twin. So Metamorph, Sun Titan, Temple of Triumph. Might be getting cut on white this pack. And maybe that late Ajani put someone into white. So Metamorph is not the best in white weenie decks because it's not proactive enough. Like, you need your opponent to have something good in play first, and you want stuff you can just cast on curve. Zealous Conscripts, though, is a very nice splash card. So I think I'd take the Conscripts. Sun Titan is, I think, a little too expensive. I'm willing to go for Elspeth Sun's Champion at 6 because it's just so powerful. But Sun Titan, I think it's not quite impactful enough for me for my white aggressive decks. But we'll go for Conscripts. Hopefully table the Temple of Triumph for some fixing. We have Ravages of War, Kytheon, Flame Slash, and Dragon Slayer. I'm not huge on Ravages of War or Armageddon in the tokens decks because they're not as much about going like 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop Ravages. They have more like mid-game presence of getting some Anthem effects and then dropping a bunch of tokens on the board. So they don't always have a great board position early. So I usually play one Geddon effect in these decks, but it's not as important. I think I'm going to take the Kytheon. With tokens, it's pretty easy to flip this, and it does give us our first 1-drop. So it gets to be a little more aggressive. Precinct Captain is very nice, makes tokens, good 2-drop. Lightning Helix, also good, but burn isn't as important as getting more creatures. It also might wheel from this pack, so go for Captain. Cloudgoat Ranger, Siege Gang Commander. Siege Gang is a better card, but the double red is a little tougher, so we'll go for Cloudgoat. Gives us 3 5-drops, so I don't think we can get any more into the deck. And we'll take an Honor the Pure over Hordeling Outburst. I'd like to just leave red as a splash at this point. I don't like Core Skyfisher that much because you're usually not wanting to bounce and replay things, and it kind of slows you down if you have to return a land. It could be nice with Conscripts and Cloudgoat Ranger, but that's still really slow. So instead I like either Brimstone Volley, Fire Ice, or Grafted War Gear. I think War Gear is probably best because you can just put on a token, and if they remove the War Gear, you don't really care that you lost 1 token. And it fits our curve pretty well. We have no 3s. We have a lot of 2-drops, a lot of 2-drop creatures, so War Gear could be nice here. Collective Defiance, double red. We'll just take a Banisher Priest. Not the biggest Banisher Priest fan, but as our only 3-drop creature, it's currently making the cut. I guess we do have Spectral Procession. So Revelark, Mutavault. We currently have a good number of 2-power creatures. We've got 3 5s already, so it's hard to imagine Revelark making the cut. I might just take a Mutavault in case that we don't splash red. Like, if we get no red fixing, I might run Mutavault Wasteland and just be mono white. And we did get the Temple of Triumph. And Mishra's Factory or Stormbreath. Stormbreath would be nice to hate. I don't really see running a Factory in addition to the other 2 colorless lands. I guess Factory is maybe a slight upgrade on Mutavault, so I'll hate the Dragon. If we face another mono white deck, we could maybe splash it, like double splash. I'm seeing some late green cards there. You see a Batterskull, Monastery Mentor, Flooded Strand, Path to Exile. So it's probably the Monastery Mentor. This is a token-making card. We're sort of low on non-creature spells right now, but it's great with Honor the Pure. We should pick up some more in this pack. Batterskull, we already have a bunch of 5s, so not as interested in that. So Mirror Angel, Mana Tithe, Linvala. I think it's a Mirror Angel. We don't have a lot of 4s, and it is a token-making card. Here, Tanglewire, Soldier of the Pantheon, Quarantine Field, Bone Splitter. All 3 dual lands. And we don't have any fetches yet. I don't know if we'll be able to make the Scrubland or Volk Island work. So I think I just take the Soldier. Just give us another 1-drop. Here we have Champion of the Parish, Declaration of Stone, Spellskite. So we'll check for champion. We looks like we have a good number of humans. 1, 2, gather makes 2 humans. 3, 4, that's a cat. 5, does this make human tokens? No. 6, 7, 8. It's a good number of humans. I think I could take champion here. Could also take declaration. It's pretty good in an aggressive deck because they might not have time to sack their clue token. I guess the champion's almost certainly tabling, so I guess I'll take the declaration. Like, who's going to take the champion to perish here? And declaration might still even be better. This champion's a pretty weak draw late game. It's good on turn 1, but pretty weak after. Alright, a Scalding Tarn. Probably can't make use of that. There's Raise the Alarm. That's totally fine. Yeah, we'll take Raise. I'd like to get a little bit of fixing. The red splash is a little difficult right now. We do have Spectral proc we'd like to play on 3, and a lot of double white 2-drops. Got single white 1-drops. Then there's the Wasteland and maybe the Mutavault. Okay, Mother Runes is great. Not quite as good in the tokens deck since, I mean, the creatures you're protecting aren't quite as powerful, but it's also just good on its own. So I might cut the red if we don't see any more fixing and just try to go mono white. Looking at our board, there's nothing else we can really put in. We have a Restoration Angel, Precursor Golem, Manic Vandal, Resto, we have Cloud Goat, Conscripts right now. Could work with Banisher Priest, maybe Relic Warder. Mostly just a 3/4 flyer for 4, and that's better than Precursor Golem. And Godless Shrine, Fire Fist Striker, Hanweir, Battlements. Don't think we really want any of these. I think I'll take the Shrine, but I guess Striker is the most likely to make the cut at this point, but I don't think I'm ever playing it on the red splash. And just Abadakir Keep, or Carol Keep, over Hating an O-Stone. We did get a Mana Tithe, gives us one more playable for the mono white deck. And Quarantine Field also playable. This Hate Anissa. Hates Ulamog maybe. I don't think Recruiter's doing anything. And Slagstorm's pretty annoying. So the white dried up at the end, I think. And we didn't see the fixing for red-white. So can we go to just mono? I think we're very close. Looks like we're 1 short. Oof. Oh, that's a shame. We're 1 playable short of not playing the red. I'm sure there's some pick. We could have picked up some marginal 2-drop or something. Maybe the Revel Arc. I don't remember. But at the end, I took every white card I could. Considering the Wasteland is... If you just play it as a land destruction spell, and then Mutavault also gets killed sometimes, I could go 18 lands with this deck. I don't want to. We also have the Quarantine Field and Hangerback Walker as potential, like, mana sinks. I don't want to go 18, though. That is too much. You would want 17. Almost 16 for a deck like this. But you'd want 17 with Wasteland Mutavault. So is there anything else we can do? I don't think we're playing Chromatic Lantern. We have a Godless Shrine. Could do a black splash. It's just not as good as the red splash. So it's Perforos and Conscripts. We've got just the Temple of Triumph. So it's going to take a decent number of mountains to pull this off. Like 3 mountains. That's It's going to require us cutting the Mutavault. Could probably still play the Wasteland, but the Spectral Procession is going to get a lot worse. And we don't even have a Ravages to take advantage of having that 18th land. But the mono white deck just does look better than like messing up the mana base to get in the red. So I think I'm going to go with it. Just 16 planes on top of Mutavault Wasteland. I know I passed Mishra's Factory. That would have helped a little bit too, to justify the extra land that might get killed. But, yeah, 16. I mean, I could maybe do 2 mountains and the temple for the red cards. You do want to get Perforos early. It's okay late, though, because you only need, like, 1 Spectral Procession, and it's done 6 damage. You can also pump your tokens, though you'd just be able to pump once, because you're not expecting to have multiple red. Yeah, I think we can do this. Would have been so much better with 1 more card, but a lot of times you won't notice the difference of having 1 extra land. But, you know, having to play a bunch of mountains and just not hitting our 2-drops on time. I mean, the power level of the deck would go up a little bit. But this is just, like, we're just going to curve out a lot better with this version. So, I'm going to go with this one. And I'll see you guys for round 1. And unfortunately, we have a 1-lander with our 18-land deck. I mean, the 1 land doesn't make a huge difference overall. Do we want to hang her back? We might. Yeah, it's probably worth it. Considering we've got the extra land in the deck also. We're a little more likely to hit Elspeth turn 4. Actually, with the Wasteland, I guess we do kind of just want an extra land. Yeah, I'll go bottom. That's a close call, but Elspeth getting it out on turn 4 is pretty important. So there's a Delta, we lead with Soldier. And then next turn, probably just Wasteland. I mean, good chance that they go for a non-basic. Spellskite. Well, with that 4th land, I think we can go for a Wasteland play here. And, I mean, there's nothing we can rep, so I was not attack. Well, at least they'll be taking pain every time. Merfolk Looter. Precinct Captain is nice. It gets in same amount of damage as Gather currently. Okay, there's Ephemeral. And Thing of Ice. Ooh, Mana Tithe. I think we gotta go for Priest to start getting damage in. I think we do remove the Spellskite. We could go for Thing in the Ice, but if they don't have any spells in their hand, they're just gonna let us take it. You know, if we go for something that's more important than Skype, they're going to have to lose 2 life, which could definitely end up mattering. But I feel like Spellskite actually is just the most, like, the best card to get. Because, I mean, they could just mess with their Elspeth, make it target their Spellskite. Oh, surprised to see a trade there. Maybe if the opponent has something like Anger the Gods. They discard Talran, so they're definitely the spell deck. And we did take a Splinter Twin in the draft, so probably not Twin. And we got the Zealous Conscripts. Okay, Solemn. So that shuts us down at the moment. So Captains, we deals damage. Okay, so land. Get to go Elspeth. Mother Runes. Mother's nice, though. So get to go Mother Runes. I'll leave up Mana Tithe. Gather the Townsfolk isn't really doing much here. And Mana Tithe could be really good. Counter a 6-drop like a Titan or Elspeth. Nope, just passing. Oh, let's go for Elspeth. Okay, Forbid. Well, it's fair to get rid of a Forbid. So let's get the Captain Pro Blue, maybe? It's a little risky. Opponent might just chump draw with Solemn, but that does open up future turns. It does mean our Mother's down for a turn, but they only have 1 card in hand. They're going to draw 2 new cards, but I think we're sort of safe, and we're definitely making progress by making this attack. If we don't, like, we're just not getting damage in. Phantasmal Image on Banisher Priest. Okay. It's not the greatest. Oh, on Mother Runes? Okay. I don't know how many targeting effects I have in the deck, but any targeting effect I get the creature back. So it's not that bad. So if these trade, they get the Spellskite back. I guess I go for Gather. Doesn't accomplish much. But if I draw like an Honor the Pure, then I'll just have bigger creatures out. Or Eldrazi Monument would be great. I'll play the land, so if they port me, then port me again. I can still Mana Tithe. Come on, tap all. Everything. Come on. All of it. Ugh. Playing around the Mana Tithe. Bad luck. So we're in some real trouble now. Oh! Drew the Monument. That's what I'm talking about. Well, that was a good draw. Okay. Tapped out a Mana Tithe. Send everything. Opponent takes 10. And we get another creature from the Precinct Captain, so we actually have lethal next turn if they don't find some way to kill us. Well, they can't kill us. We got an indestructible flying blocker, too. So if they don't have anything, we just sacrifice soldier, attack with everything. Monument means our guys are still indestructible. As long as they don't bounce Monument. So yeah, Eldrazi Monument. Pretty insane card in tokens. Like the only card that could have saved us there. There's Kytheon. So, attack with everything. No Into the Royal, no Cryptic Command, no Cyclonic Rift. Oh, this looks like Rift. They have 1 extra mana. Oh my god. Well, at least I return everything. So, in fact, I think they maybe should just return the Monument. Well, I have 6 mana, so let's go Kytheon, Precinct Captain, Banisher Priest on Kaiga. Opponent can change it to Spellskite. Now we're still good. We still win next turn if we just go for Monument. So they have to top deck again. Yeah, I think they would have been way better off if they just returned the Monument and then just blocked all my creatures. I think. I guess I'd have to look closely, make sure that was right. But I mean, they could have gone back to Spellskite. I don't know. This maybe was the right play. And if they draw a counter, then yeah, this is definitely better. Any removal spell could do it. Anything that interacts means they don't lose here. Yeah, Metamorph will do it for sure. Wow, a second clone effect? Dang. Oh, I could have just targeted the priest and killed it. My bad, I missed that. So I could have just gotten the Mother Runes. That was a mistake. Yeah, that was... okay, they took Captain. I don't think that's right. But yeah, I forgot about the Phantasmal. I was thinking it was a Metamorph for some reason. Deck, help me? Like, creature here would be really, really good. It's a land. It's not going to do it. Ah, my punt's hurting. You get a punt to 2, but that's not enough. Would have been lethal had I just targeted the priest. Here's where we get punished for playing 18 lands. I'll just hold it. We do have a Mirror Angel, so it could give us an extra flyer. I mean, the good news is we have so many cards left in our deck that make multiple creatures. We're going for Terminus? That doesn't seem right. Really? Wait, they're taking... Wait, so I'm getting 2 creatures back? And they're getting a Spellskite. Now we just win with Monument? Really? I don't know if they should have made that play. Oh, Procession. Well, let's go for it. Play land first, just in case of like miscalc or something. Alright, so guess we both made mistakes. So a little disappointed myself for missing their Phantasmal Image on the board, getting that Banisher Priest back. But otherwise, yeah, felt pretty good about how I played that. So we're facing a blue-red-white spells deck. So I got Terminus, Spells Matters cards, I have a Cyclonic Rift. We never played the Mana Tithe, so they don't know about it. I mean, not like we're siding anything out anyway. We could side into red if we feel like red's going to help us out a lot. I think the Perforce could be nice. Zealous Conscripts doesn't seem like it's that great against them. It's not good against Spellskite. All the cards in the deck seem good. It's just whether trying to fit the red splash in is going to be better. Like, Conscripts against Spellskite just sounds gross. So I don't know if I want to do that. The Perforos is going to be nice, because their deck's pretty slow. So we get lots of damage in with that. But, nah, I'm just going to run it back. If there were a couple cards that seem really bad, I think I might side them out and go for the red plan, even if it messes up the mana base a bit. This hand's really good. Wow, even better. So this is a game where I'll just leave back Mother Runes for the whole game, I think. There's a port. Port's kind of interesting. Because I can't just go for Wasteland, waste the port. Or I could go for Plains. Now if the opponent has a good 3-drop, I get punished a little bit for making that play, but if they're just going to port me again, I can go upkeep, Raise the Alarm, and then follow up with Wasteland, kill the port. But Wasteland does prevent them from going for a 3-drop. And I do have some nice 2s I can play for a couple turns. So I'll just waste the port. It feels like you're kind of letting them win by wasting a port. And I'm just going to leave back the Mother. There's not a high chance that Mother dies here, given that they didn't burn her the first turn they were able to. But I like Mother a lot with Monastery Mentor. So I don't want to risk losing her. ice. Dang. Those are some rough spots stopping me from playing my 2s and me not having another play. But it does mean we get to go Mentor on turn 3. If they play an island here, I might not, given that we've seen Forbid. But with Colonnade, I'll go for it. Could also go for Procession, but Procession after Mentor means we're going to get a token. Tangle Wire. Well, Raise the Alarm is really good against that. Especially with the Mentor. That really blinks the Tangle Wire. Tangle Wire is usually so unfair, but getting to play this Upkeep Raise the Alarm just basically counters it. Gives us 3 permanents to tap. So it might even hurt our opponent more than us. So I think we want to keep the Mother active. 1, 2, 3. Gonna tap 1 more. So we got that Mentor. We can go for Hangerback Walker. It does suck if they have Anger the Gods. But I'll tap Mentor and go for Hangerback. Like, I think we did hate a Slag Storm. There is Pyroclasm, that also does it. So there's Pyroclasm and Anger the Gods that they could have. Pyroclasm, we just protect the Mentor, the Hangerback Walker dies, and then we get to go for a Spectral Procession, so we still have a huge board. Anger the Gods, I believe, exiles, so that would be the worst. That would really hurt. They do need to have 1 more land and Anger here to do it with the Tangle Wire out. So I slightly overcommitted, but I think it's only into Anger the Gods. Cyclonic Rift. Oh boy. Wait. Cyclonic Rift? Well, wait. That means they still have to tap their 2 lands. They only have 1 land up. So we're still safe. So yeah, I'll just give it Pro Blue. I mean, if they go like Mountain Firebolt, kill Mother. I guess, but not seeing how I get punished for this play. Path to exile on Mother. Okay. Seems like a good deal. So 3 for 1. And now they're tapped out for a turn. Now the question, do we go for Spectral Procession? Alright, they pass it back to me. Yeah, we could go Resto Angel. Tap 3 permanents. 1, 2, 3. So we can tap 1 soldier. I would like to pump the Hanger back, I think. So 1, 2, 3. We can go land, Resto. We can tap 1 land here. 4. Yeah. So attack for 3. We'll pass. We can go Hanger back and Resto Angel. Resto does survive Anger of the Gods type stuff. Also could protect Monastery Mentor from something. Also, we did see the Terminus. This is Surrender Befreet. We could Banish a Priest that. It's getting a little sketchy with how overcommitted we're being. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile to a non-eligible creature, return the battle under your control. Okay, so do we go for Resto, Banish a Priest, the Freet? If we get Terminus, it'd have to be off the top, because they don't have 6 mana yet. But they're going to have access to 5 mana. They could have a Wrath. It would be really rough if we Priest into Wrath. But we get 3, so we have to tap 2. We can just tap 2 permanents. 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could attack for 10. They go to 7. If they did Wrath, between a Freak coming back and the Mana Confluence, them being at 7, like, that's a lot of little bits of damage. We could Procession afterwards. So I think we can just dump everything. Go for Priest. Attack for everything. Don't even pump the Walker anymore. Whoops. Okay. Tap 2. Banish a Priest to Freet. If they just rip a Terminus, that would be really sick. Because also we wouldn't get the Hangerback Walker token, but we can still win the game in that situation. It's 1 out of 26. Super unlikely. Okay. They didn't have the Terminus. Arc Trail. Okay. That's interesting. Is it Arc Trail into Pyroclasm? Arc Trail into Image. Image on Priest Angel? Nope. Okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, that raise alarm I think was the key play of the game, just letting us keep putting stuff on the board, not getting slowed down too much by the Tangle Wire, and buying a lot of time for the opponent. And yeah, they never had a Wrath effect. So, see you guys for round 2. Hey, ready for round 2. Playing first, keep. No spells in his hand, but turn 2 Precinct Captain's nice. Then Mentor sets us up for never good spells to give us a nice army. We always like to see the forest and no turn 1 play. Don't have the early ramp. Green-white. Interesting. Sylvan Library. So we can go for Mutavault now. We're gonna have a pretty large army. This Precinct Captain coming in. Mirror Angel coming out next turn. I guess a green-white deck might run Wrath effects with Sylvan Library. I think there is a potential green-white tokens deck in the format, though probably not in this draft, because I just got all the tokens cards. So it could be just green ramp, or maybe a beatdown deck. I don't know. Okay, Nissa, make a plant. So Precinct goes face, no matter what. I think I go for Angel. Precinct goes face, the rest at Nissa, because I get the extra 1/1. Hopefully there's not a Wrath turn 4. But I mean, usually a green deck wouldn't be running Wraths. Could also go for Banish a Priest. Kill the plant token, but white-green decks usually don't have much removal, so Banish a Priest can have a lot of value. So yeah, let's go Precinct at opponent, and then the rest at Nissa. I guess the one potentially bad thing about this, like I could just send everything at Nissa, is that if opponent does have a Wrath, they could just block the Monastery Mentor, but they don't. They block the Captain. So that means they pretty much don't have a Wrath. So if you have a Sylvan Library, I think in, I'd say most situations, the correct play is just to draw, like just to pay 8 life on the first turn, go to 12, draw the extra cards. You're going to see new cards next turn. I feel like that's usually the best thing to do. And I rarely see that play from people. Now against me, you know, if you're facing an aggro start, yeah, maybe not. You might want to save the life. But the life you spend early will pay off over time, because you're going to see fresh cards every turn that you wouldn't have seen had you not paid the life. And then some people pay life later on. Like if you're ever going to pay life, pay it early. So you can get a 1/1 flyer. And decide what we want to do. Can activate Mutavault. Could go for Banish a Priest. Could get Mother Runes on board. I guess the Nissa isn't that scary right now. It's just kind of annoying at the moment. Could hold the Priest, could Priest for the Elves of Deep Shadow, slow opponent down. Could also hold it to, you know, Mother Runes first, and then Priest with Mother Runes up. I mean, it doesn't really seem like opponent has removal, but that just keeps it fully protected. So we could just attack with Mutavault, play Mother, and then save Priest. Opponent does get to accelerate with the Elves, but we have Priests for a lot of things that they excel into, and Planeswalkers aren't that bad right now. We can just smash Planeswalkers with our attackers. So let's do that. And as far as our attacks, oh, I forgot we had the Angel that could attack this turn. So could just send Angel at Nissa. If they have removal, like Condemn, then Nissa survives. But otherwise, we're getting the most damage in. So yeah, let's just send everything else at opponent. Okay, Nissa down. It's kind of tempting just to priest the elves, but we'll go for Mother. Elves of Deep Shadow also makes it less likely the opponent's playing Wraths. So for 5 mana, it's mostly going to be like a Planeswalker. Yeah, Thragtusk. Oh, Declaration. So, exile target creature. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we can get opponent to 2. Because they're going to get a 3/3 when this leaves the battlefield. And we're not going to have enough mana to activate Mutavault also. So, given that, Declaration is non-token creature. Don't want to risk them getting Thragtusk back. They could maybe have a Massacre Worm. It's unlikely. So, play land for Angel. Big question this turn is how we want to use the Mother Runes. And do we want to use removal to remove the Thragtusk? I kind of like getting rid of the Elves at this point. So maybe just banish a Priest on the Elves. We can wait till after combat. So maybe we attack with Mutavault. Send basically everything in. We'll keep back the Mother Runes. And then we'll just let whatever opponent wants to block die. Oh, okay, it was conceded. Yeah, so we would let, they block the Monastery Mentor. We just let it die. We go for Banisher Priest, remove the Elves. And we have Mother Runes to protect the Banisher Priest. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creatures attacking next turn. And the opponent's going to be at maybe like 6. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. No, they'd be at 4. So, seemed like a good line. So we saw an enchantment there. Constructs can be good against green ramp decks, Planeswalkers, or large creature that they search out. A lot of the large creatures aren't great to steal. Something like Primeval Titan is great, but Avenger of Zendikar doesn't do much. Craterhoof, you're probably already dead. Woodfall Primus is nice. Terrastodon, probably not doing a lot. Let's look at the white. If there's anything that's really not worth running, Thalia is okay. Declaration's good. Tithe is okay. Banisher Priest good. Yeah, I think we're just gonna run it again. Okay, gotta mull this. No creatures. Opponent goes to 6. We can keep this. Probably spells on top, lands on bottom. Yep. Nice. Got the turn 2 Precinct Captain, turn 3 Mentor again. Though that is a Temple of Plenty, they did put a card on top. We have Raise the Alarm. Put a card on top. Kind of worried about that Temple. It's interesting that they played the Swamp first, they played the Temple second. So they might have kept the hand without a green or white source. If we go for Captain first, it's really nice because we get to play 2 drops for 2 turns while using Wasteland. But we give opponent the access to the green mana this turn. And maybe they have like a mana elf in their hand. They kept the card on top. They're probably thinking they get to use this Temple. So I'm just going to go for the Wasteland play. And go for captain. Tireless tracker. That could be bad. Probably will be. So we can go for Thalia, but I mean, you know, could slow the opponent down a little bit, but right now we're not actually getting past the Tireless tracker. And Thalia is going to mean our quarantine field costs 5, and we probably have to use field on the tracker. So I think instead I'm just going to pass and either raise the alarm or mana tithe something that costs 4. Oh, opponent missed a land drop. That's really good. I mean, that makes it worse that we waited. But I don't think we could have predicted that. I think it's just captain here. Soldier isn't worth 2 damage. Okay, Sylvan Library. Grafted War Gear. That's good. So we get to go Relic Warder. Remove the Sylvan, which is great. And now it's probably time to send everything, because they might just want to trade for the Mentor. At this point, we're trading like 1 token. Okay, they didn't go. They just want to kill the Mentor. So this is looking really good, especially with this mana tithe. Like even Damnation, we're good against. Yeah, that might just be it. They don't have a good play this turn. Yep. Alright, round 3 coming up. Okay, finals time. We have an interesting hand. We have a 1-drop and Wasteland Mutavault, also a Quarantine Field. Yeah, this is kind of we're running 18 lands, might get punished type draw. And you don't know if that 18th land is in your hand currently or if it's in the deck waiting to be drawn. But I think there's enough value here to keep this. If we draw anything from like 1 to 3 mana, I guess maybe even 1 to 4 mana, this hand's going to be pretty strong. Especially if we get to Wasteland something. So turn 2 Serum Visions. And they go bottom top and Glacial Fortress. And an Oust. Oh, good. Monastery Mentor. Yeah, we'll go for Wasteland. Then Mutavault Soldier. No, they were F6, kind of interesting. Oof, CK Oracle. What a blowout against my 2-1. Whoops. Well, hopefully they play something big for Quarantine Field. Control Magic. I don't have planes. Battlefield, exile no one target opponents, blah blah blah, until it leaves the battlefield. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that now. Not great, because, I mean, we're trying off the top of their deck, and we're stable currently. And Journey for a Mentor. So, this is not looking good. War Gear, that's nice. Thinking, could we get hurt by attack with Mutavault here? A Pestermite's annoying. And probably they just put Oracle on front, but if they don't, like, they might chump with Oracle, so Mutavault forces them to kind of just block the 2/2. Okay. They're at 15. Okay, Raised Alarm goes well with War Gear. War Gear can be really nice against control decks. Just every creature you have becomes a threat. We're running into Teferi Zone, though, so not going to send the Mutavault anymore. Could be, well, no, we have Resto Angel, so this is a little early for a chump. I think I'm going to hold the lands for Mirror Angel. We also have the Hangerback Walker would want an extra land. Yeah, I'll just hold them. That's Teferi? Nope, Fact or Fiction. Okay. Whoa. So, that's their first red source. That's scary. Elspeth Tyrrell, that is not okay. Tamiyo is acceptable. Fetters, I don't love Fetters. It's okay, I guess. Exclude sucks, but I mean, it's got to, like, that's the least of our problems right now, I think. Maybe Exclude's better than Fetters. I guess we could give. Wait, no, the Elspeth is really bad, right? Yeah, Elspeth is the worst. I don't know if we can go Elspeth versus. I currently don't have an answer to Elspeth. It's just like blocks a creature. I guess maybe we could beat Elspeth, so we could do like Elspeth Exclude. Tamiyo, like, Tamiyo is definitely not as powerful. I don't think we want to give both Planeswalkers, though. And then this red source, like, they could easily have another Planeswalker in their hand for red. Though, the Plateau could also just be, like, they could just be blue-white, and Plateau is some other type of fix, like a fetch that allows them to get blue or white using the Plateau, like Scalding Tarn. Could just be both Planeswalkers verse. Because, I mean, this Exclude is annoying, even though we currently don't have a target for it. Fetters is annoying. Alright, I think I'm going to go Plateau, Tamiyo, Exclude, and then Elspeth, Fetters. Just trying to split up the value. And okay. I mean, I was thinking about going Elspeth verse. So, given they took the Plateau, Tamiyo, Fetters, Like, I feel like I'm doing better against that than I am against Elspeth and anything. It'd be great if opponent just goes for Tamiyo, tap down my soldier, because I can go raise the alarm and kill Tamiyo immediately. Museum mortars, sure. Okay, declaration. Let's go war gear on a token, activate mutable attack with everything. So they have exclude up. I think I'll play the land now, because I might want a declaration and do something else. So they can go for Tamiyo, they can tap down the soldier, but I still have enough to kill Tamiyo, if they have nothing else. Ugh, Elspeth. That's going to be a problem. Oh wait, I can use declaration, right? Oh yeah. No, Elspeth's fine. Wait, do I win? Oh, I'm one short, right? Ugh, one short of the win. Ah, that's rough. Okay, Elspeth, opponent. As much as I want to just put opponent to one, that Elspeth's gonna murder me. One, two, 3, 4. I'll play land. All right. I mean, if they just have Tamiyo, which they could, we do win. If they just have Tamiyo, we win. Okay, Day of Judgment. How does Warrior work? Sacrifice is at permanent. Oh, geez, that does not work with Mutavault. Oh, no. Because it becomes unattached end of turn, and then it says sacrifice is at permanent. When it becomes unattached from a permanent, sacrifice at permanent. That's crazy. It's like they thought ahead of it. Dang, we gotta draw some. Oh crap, and they've exclude up. This is bad. Ah, why does Warrior not work like that? So, attack for 2. Opponent goes for Tamiyo. Tamiyo, if they have a land, they get to keep up exclude. I guess I'll hold land now. If they didn't draw the land, I do get to play a creature, but then they have 4 spells. They have 3 other spells other than exclude, and that's not good. Ah, this game's been so close. Alright, here's my turn to draw a creature. Nice! creature that makes another creature. Both of them are lethal with War Gear. That was a great draw. Do we equip War Gear to the bird? I think no. Sucks if it gets like pinged for 1 on their turn. But I think we wait. Oh, miscalculation. Oh, that's rough. I had 2 mana up. I was thinking about Mana Leak, which I think they took out of the cube. I think it's out. So that's why we got to wait to play the land to put the bird out. Another Wrath effect. Gideon. Ugh. Okay, Gideon is also really bad. But we do get to make another bird token. They don't have Exclude up. We get to play Mother of Runes. Mother's pretty nice. So War Gear on the bird token. Play Mother. Play land. Counterspell. That's unfortunate. Play land, get another flyer. Activate Mutavault. Everything at Gideon. Gideon goes to 2. This is going to be close. Good. They put on bottom. And Deep Analysis. They probably can't flash it back. I guess they could, since they have Gideon. But Gideon is looking like it's about to die. And they're going to keep up Exclude anyway. They have 11 cards in their deck. But they're pretty close to Tamiyo Ultimate. But if they don't have anything else to interact, we do kill Gideon this turn, and we can start turning the attackers at our opponent's face, and that could be enough. What are they doing? Okay, Banishing Light. Oh, they could do the Quarantine Field, Control Magic, the Emir Angel. That's a pretty good play. That's really good. Wow. Well, that's pretty close to game. Because now we can't. Oh, they already play a land. Okay, I guess we can still kill Gideon, but this is going to be tight. I think Quarantine Field doesn't work if it comes back. Yeah, it's not going to be isolation counters on it. Come on, deck. Another good creature, please. Oh, there's the Relic Order. So that can steal Control Magic. That's a really good draw. If only I could get back the Quarantine Field, but I can't. I would be able to win the game. So yeah, I think we steal Control Magic, get back the Angel. So move War Gear. We do lose our token, but we got to kill the Gideon. Okay, this definitely could be it. If they don't have creature removal, I guess they do draw 2 cards off Tameo. I don't think it was worth it to kill one of my creatures, though, to prevent that. I mean, they're also going down to 8 cards in deck if they do draw cards off Tameo. But, you know, creature removal for Relic Warder, get back control magic. They go deep analysis on themselves. 8 cards in their deck. They can -2 Tameo, which if they draw into removal for the Relic Warder, they get back the Angel, play a land. It's going to be close. Okay, they're drawn 2. 6 cards left in their deck. I mean, it might not be enough. They only have 6 lands. 7 lands. Is this Martial Coup for 5? Kind of looks like it. That's not what I wanted to see. Oh. That was a sick draw. Unless the control magic goes away. So I think if I... Oh no, if I draw Elspeth. If I draw Elspeth, I fly in Elspeth, I win. Or I fly in the Mutavault. So I at least have 1 out. Not sure what else I have. I have at least 1 out. That's it! Oh, wow! Oh my god! We did it! Wow! You mad bro. I am sorry. What a game. Wow. What else do we have? I mean, couldn't have been a lot. Spectral Procession, that probably would do it next turn, but no guarantee. Cloud Goat does not do it. Hangerback doesn't do it. It was Elspeth. Resto Angel might do it. That was a sick top deck. I mean, it was 2 outs win us the game. Like 2 cards that would have been potential winners. But wow, what a game. So now, before we go, like we gotta decide: do we want the red splash? We did see a Tameo, an Elspeth Suns Champion, an Elspeth Tyrell. I mean, Ultimate Tameo is pretty insane. Ultimate Elspeth Suns Champion, we're probably already dead by that point. But I'm guessing that the red splash is going to be worth it. We have Day of Judgment, Martial Coup. Like, we're going to be in the draw. So you either want to make your deck like way faster, or you want to add in cards that are going to be really powerful. And I think Perforos could be really good. It does let us attack Planeswalkers. It's just, yeah, it can only get Banishing Lighted. Like, it lets us deal damage to Planeswalkers. So I want to get the Perforos in. I've only got 50 seconds left. Stormbreath Dragon would be good too. So Conscripts, Perforos, get Temple, and then 2 Mountains. Then Mutavault out. I mean, I like the Mutavault. That was so key that game. But I think we got to cut it. So now we're down to 17 lands, cutting some plains. We got the Wasteland, which is still good. We got to cut 1 more. Declaration is good against Elspeth tokens, so I think I want to keep that. The Grafted Wargear was great. Monument is great. Quarantine Field is good. Hangerback should be good. Maybe Banish a Priest. They didn't really have many creatures. Yeah, Priest seems bad. Yep, seems right. And looks good. So Mother Runes turn 1. Turn 2 Temple. Gather. I think I like Gather. Do we attack? I could have Banishing Light or Journey. Let's just keep it back for the rest of the game. He'll probably die to a Day of Judgment eventually. So we'll go for Gather. And next turn, either War Gear or Angel. Okay, Miscock's fine. Just hope we don't get excluded on the Angel next turn. We have to go for it, though. Because we can't just War Gear. It doesn't put any pressure on the board. Nice. Okay, that's huge. So we got Angel protected by Mother of Runes. They don't have a Day of Judgment here. Ah. Well, now things looking pretty bad. No creatures out. Eldrazi Monument doing nothing. War Gear not looking that great. Yeah, the Day of Judgment. I mean, what could I have done against that? I don't know. Yeah, this game looks over. Ooh, okay, not over yet. Not quite yet. One Martial Coup, then definitely over. If they drop both the Wrath effects, the first 14 cards, this wasn't meant to be. Yep. We get to Declaration those, but gotta find some good creatures to come back. I mean, we got a Relic Warder just to get something on board. Tamiyo's gonna be a problem. We gotta run off some creatures. Like, we really need a creature like this turn. If they have counters, we're in a lot of trouble. Removal. Looks like a ultimated Tamiyo. Maybe if we get Quarantine Field next turn. Or Zealous Conscripts, wow. Come on, Conscripts, please. One time. Perforos. It's not quite it. Oh, exclude counters, Perforos. Sick. It is a creature. Well, that's probably it. Let's see if they have anything here. Seagate Oracle would basically do it. Oh, okay. Searing Spear. That's good enough. They just keep casting that. So, almost looked like we had a shot that game. Jamoka's Command. Yeah, let's try it again. They can't have the Wraths that early. Okay, that was a really nice start. This is really, really good. This could beat a hand with Ravs. Wow. They went top. How do we want to do this? I could go Honor the Pure and then Thalia Wasteland next turn. So I go for Thalia now, it's going to make the rest of my spells expensive. I could go Wasteland now, but then we're just not really getting anywhere. And if I draw Plains, maybe I just run out the Procession. Yeah, I probably do. Okay, Serum Visions. I go bottom top. And Island. Wow, Elspeth. I really don't want to have to go for this play, because it means it's going to be a while before I can cast these. I guess if I draw one Plains, I can play the Procession. I get so much more damage if I can just attack with Mother every turn, but if they just have Plains Journey, it really sucks, so I'm going to wait. It could just cost me the game, the fact that I'm leaving Mother back every turn, but I think it's worth it. Plains? Another big spell. Okay. We're getting 3 a turn. Hope to draw that Plains. Opponent's really far from Day of Judgment. Oof, Old Man. That's a problem. Help? Captain. Gosh, I almost want to just attack the Mother into the Old Man to protect it. But, I don't know. This play isn't the worst. Man, Old Man's so good. It's going to be close. If we can get that Spectral Procession, we should win. But once they steal the Mother, it's going to hold off my offense. I mean, not entirely. So I guess it still just kind of depends on what else they have in hand. If they have nothing else in hand, then we're still fine. We got a Plains. And they could just have a counter for a Spectral Procession, even if I get the Plains. Journey. Interesting. This is confusing. Why are they doing that? I mean, because they can just, like, Old Man steal my Mother, end of turn, Old Man steal my Mother. So, yeah, just pro-white. The play doesn't really make any sense. I don't really know why they did that. I mean, I guess it buys them a little bit of time, but you think that Journey next turn would buy them more time. Maybe not. Maybe they have like a good play for next turn. Alright, here we go. Plains. Yes, okay. The one time we actually wanted to draw a frickin' spell. Now, if they have Day of Judgment plus a land, we still lose, but if they don't, we win. And I think if they... if they had Day Judgment land, I don't think they're going for Steel Mother there. I don't see the reason for it. I mean, like, I don't know why they would go for Journey there. So I feel really good here. Attack with Mother. I mean, it could just be land Day, but whatever, it's 1 damage. Alright, well, we got Elspeth. Elspeth could be enough. And we have Quarantine Field, so Banishing Light isn't good enough. Elspeth could definitely get there. Okay, Control Magic, that's totally fine. I'm just buying a little bit of time. They're not getting a lot of value for their cards. So we'll just wait. Gosh, if we could Mana Tithe here on like a Martial Coup, that'd be insane. Or Big Elspeth if they don't play land. I don't think we've played Tithe yet. Okay. Okay, Resto Angel. So they have a bunch of mana. They have green now. I'm not really sure what that's for. So we got the choice, either we fly the token in, or we attack and Elspeth make a guy. I don't know what like removal they'd have. I think we just fly in. And we do have a play for next turn, so it's not even that bad if they have removal. They have to have like removal plus counter, like exclude. Yeah, this does win more quickly if we do it this way. Alright. Could be fact or fiction on a turn. Nope. No, they would have facted it on their turn. Is that it? We beat Elspeth. We beat a lot of stuff now. Yeah, we'll just take the hit. We beat Martial Coup. I mean, obviously we tied it, but even if they had a land. So, we pretty much beat everything now. Yeah, we let Gideon happen. Yeah, I think we got this. So we let Gideon happen. They probably, well, they could minus Gideon, they could plus it. I'm not sure what they're gonna do, but I don't think it matters. I think between Quarantine Field and Tithe, like, we can get Counterspell back up. We can just remove Gideon, so that should be enough. Alright, so this looks like it. Quarantine Field for 1. On Gideon, flying the Soldier token. Attack for lethal. Alright. Wow. That was That was an insane match. Yeah, it's got me breathless. I love playing those matches. I love it when I get to catch that on video. Yeah, super tense. That first game was so tight with that top deck Eldrazi monument for the win. The second game we just got stomped. They got double wrath, and then this game we had an insane start, but it still ended up really close. So thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, we got Kaladesh coming up soon. Might get one more Legacy Cube video in before that. Make sure to check out my Kaladesh set reviews. They're up on Mtgo Academy. Put a lot of time into those. Should help you out with your Kaladesh release events and drafts on Magic Online. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.